So you guys both have other jobs outside of Belle's Bagels, or is this solely what you're doing?
No, we both have other jobs. I work as a craft service guy for commercials and music videos.
I'm a real estate agent.
My God, so two like totally different things.
Completely different.
How do you have time to run your own business?
Well, the greatest thing about, I don't know if it's the greatest actually. The greatest and worst thing about baking is that you do it when no one else is awake. So,
yeah, so you're just up at all hours.
Yeah, when I start baking, I'll start baking around 3 a.m.
Do you sleep?
What's sleep?
Oh my God.
No. Yeah. Since we're not necessarily baking every day, you know, I get to sleep, and also it doesn't take me too horribly long to bake. So like, you know, I'll sleep from maybe like 10 to 3, stay up from 3 to 7, and then sleep from 7 to 9. Get a nice 5 hours. That's a normal amount, right?
I mean, I would say, you know, it's a little less than the average person, but I think you should probably try to add like 1 or 2 more hours in there.
I'll work on it. But yeah, we both have other jobs, and that's how we fund the business. We do it out of our own pockets. We're very picky about who we want to invest in our company because we really don't want to give too much of it away.
Right.
So
and you want to be true to the brand.
We want to be true to the brand. So we try and fund as much of it out of our own pockets as possible.
So what do you think? So is the hope next to be able to find somebody that you really like and trust to invest and maybe open up an actual store?
The ultimate goal for both of us is to have one brick and mortar.
Right.
We don't really want to, you know, turn this into a franchise. We don't want Belle's Bagels everywhere because the minute I personally can't make sure that the product is of the utmost quality and exactly the same every time is the day the brand has died. Like it is so important to me that we don't dilute what we're doing. So I want
that's important.
Yeah, one brick and mortar and that's it.
That's good. It's a good plan. I mean, running one business is hard enough. Yeah. Do you guys like sort of sit and experiment with different, like you'll bake is it baking?
Yeah, bake and boil.
You bake, so when you bake and boil, are you just testing a bunch of different flavors? Like, and I realize you guys have something that stands out about these bagels is that there are 2 tops. There's no bottom. So you get whatever the topping is all around the bagel.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a nod to Montreal style bagels because a lot of Montreal style bagels are double-sided when it comes to toppings. And I just don't see the point in having a bottom because, you know, whenever I get a bagel, I always eat the bottom first so I can savor the top second, you know, so I can just kind of have the, like, you know, the burst of flavor with the everything mixed. But, you know, I was just like, why not? Why not just use the toppings as the non-stick kind of element on the bottom of the bagel? And it really works out. And there's nothing to not like about having 2 tops.
It's so damn smart. I keep looking at them like.
But then,
one.
when it comes to other flavors as well, we wanted to keep it very, you know, we wanted to have like 2 sides to the business. One, which is, you know, definitely stay with the traditional flavors of like plain, poppy, sesame, everything, and occasionally onion. But this other thing kind of happened organically with one of the bagels we have over there, the one on the right, the Rosal Canute and Currant bagel. JD had told me, had basically told me that like market research shows that cinnamon raisin bagels are the most popular bagels.
He hates sweet bagels too.
That
was actually one of the stipulations of this whole thing in the beginning was no sweet bagels.
Yeah.
Really?
I was very against doing sweet bagels because bagels are bagels, bagels aren't muffins.
Right, but that's interesting because realizing that that's one of the most popular bagels and you want to be able to cater to you know, the audience, how do you kind of battle with deciding, you know what, I have to put my personal feeling about this bagel aside?
Well, that's essentially what JD made me do. He was just like, listen, you don't have to do a cinnamon raisin bagel, but you have to do something like it that you'll be proud of. And that's where the Rosal Canute and Currant bagel came from because what we did is we subbed out the raisins for currants, which are a little less sweet, which I definitely like.
Yep.
And then instead of using cinnamon, we use this Moroccan spice blend called Rosal Canute that has cardamom and coriander and turmeric and fennel, lavender, cayenne. So it's this really interesting, sweet, spicy, kind of curry-like taste. So
interesting.
It at the end of the day, I love it because it balances itself out, you
Right.
know, because you have that sweetness, but then at the end you have like a finishing spiciness, which just kind of makes it more palatable for me, at least.
Oh man.
And then, ironically, one of the only things we didn't want to make ended up being kind of a flagship.
Like
Yeah.
the most popular bagel.
Yeah, it usually is.
So you guys had a fabulous event in February. Was that your first event out in the community where you guys are actually, you know, catering with bagels and?
No, well, actually, we had a long time ago, maybe like 6 or 7 months ago, we had a much smaller, just kind of like showcasing of what we were working on, you know, just so our friends that couldn't get our bagels would stop bothering us and could just eat one.
Right.
If you want to call that an event, it was more of a, just like a gathering. We
Okay.
had a couple months ago, and then we kind of developed this idea since we lost our commercial kitchen space to like, you know, why not throw like an event at my house?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we did, you know, so a very personal experience. People
Right.
can come there, relax, drink, eat, enjoy, listen to music, all great. But we definitely plan on doing more of those
Mm-hmm.
in the future.
Well, tell our audience where they can get where they can get Belle's Bagels, where they can hear about the events coming up.
Go to our website,
Mhm.
bellsbagels.com, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our Facebook.
I believe it's a like on Facebook, and then
Like,
Like us on Facebook.
follow,
and then
find.
follow on Instagram.
There's so many things now.
Just find us. We're online
Most
somewhere.
importantly, bellsbagels.com.
Yeah.